And now for a few quick announcements. It's that time of the year again, parishioners. It's time for Secret Santa. If you'd like to sign up, please contact Mother of Ruins. We have a few quick reminders for this year's Secret Santa. Viscera Seer, a human heart is not an acceptable gift, especially when you take it back as soon as they open it. Blood Artist, a 1-hour painting class in which your only end game is to get somebody into your studio to steal their blood for fresh art supplies is not acceptable. And to Dark Confidant, please do not steal all of the Secret Santa gifts the night before, leaving only a holiday Christmas card of yourself with the holiday tagline, Christmas greatness at any cost. And to the lucky parishioner who gets Merit Lage in this year's Secret Santa, good luck finding an ugly Christmas sweater in his size. Welcome to the Church of Athreos. Have a seat, have a seat. Welcome to the Church of Athreos Christmas. It's the Christmas service, guys. Hope you're excited. Oh, we got some Vorel action. Yeah, this is pretty good. We'll go keep on this. Well, let's see. We've got Godless Shrine, Step, Vault, Enlightened Tutor. Yeah, this is good. We'll go and keep on this one. Sounds pretty good. Let's get our command zone all set up over here. But yes, parishioners, welcome to the Church of Athreos. It's so good to have you. Let's go and get the steep down. I'm just going to put it in play tapped. And then we will go and pass the turn. But yes, this is Church of Athreos. So we've got clerics in here. We've got Reanimator. We've got some nice little aristocrat action in here. Got a nice little Merit Lage token hanging in there somewhere. Merit Lage is a proud parishioner of the Church of Athreos. I should let you know. Okay, so let's go and get it over here, and I'll cover what our opponent's commander does in just a second. Bloodstained Mire. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go Bloodstained Mire. That way we can Enlighten Tutor for. Might grab a Skull. Well, I don't know what we'll grab. We'll see. Alright, so we'll crack the Bloodstained Mire, and then once we do that, we'll go for the Enlightened Tutor. But we're playing Athreos, God of Passage. It is indestructible, and then as long as our Devotion 7 turns into a creature, then whenever another creature we control dies, returns to your hand unless target player pays 3 life. Pretty fun. Yeah, it's definitely really fun. I love playing this deck. It's one of my favorite commander decks. I was going to crack this Bloodstained Mire. Let's grab our Scrub Land. That's going to come into play. Let's go and fire this Enlightened Tutor off and see what we shall dig up. We can go for Soul Ring. I might go for some Phyrexian Arena. That sounds pretty good. Get some card drop and run. Yeah, Phyrexian Arena sounds good. Okay, let's go and shock this Godless Shrine in. And then go Phyrexian Arena. Actually, we could have gone Vault right there, but yeah, we didn't have to shock. But yes, that's Church of Athreos. So we're playing against Vorel of the whole Clade. Blue-green, for each counter on target artifact, creature, or land, put another one of those counters on that permanent. Mana Gorger Hydra. Whenever a player casts a spell, put a +1 counter on it. Yeah, sounds pretty fun. Okay, so let's see what we draw off this Phyrexian Arena. Necromancy. Soul Warden. Okay, so if we get down Vault, we do have 3 sources, so we can go Soul Warden and then Fiend Hunter. Now, if we had a sack outlet, we could get down Fiend Hunter and get that into the battlefield trigger and exile it for good. But we'll just go ahead and go Soul Warden right now. And then we'll go for a little Fiend Hunter action. Kind of grab him over here. Let him be a temporary member of the Church of Athreos. Everyone likes to be a member, man. Come on. Let's bring a friend to church day, Mana Gorger. Okay, so we're going to gain a life right there. Let's go and exile that creature. Fiend Hunter's going to take them to Sunday school. Yes, we'd love to use this ability. And then we gain 1 life, and then we'll go and pass the turn. But yeah, as far as the deck goes, it's just kind of like a fun stuff deck. There's no true win condition. Keeping with the theme of the church, we do have Reanimator only on demons. We're also running Avatar of Scion of Darkness, I think that's his name. There's a cleric where you can sacrifice 3 clerics and then search your library for that creature. Krosan Grip on Phyrexian Arena, sure, that'll get it done. And then we'll be able to swing in for 2, get that 20 turn clock established. Eiley. Okay, so let's go and swing in right now. Coming in hot for 2. Dropping down to 38. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's go Eiley, I think. Yeah, let's go Eiley. So we're looking at white right there, then black. We're going to gain a life, and then we can get down Vampire Hexmage next turn. But yeah, so as far as the Fiend Hunter entering the battlefield, so this has a separate trigger on here. So whenever it enters the battlefield, you may exile target creature. If you have a sacrifice outlet like Eiley, what can happen is you enter the battlefield, sacrifice it in response to its first trigger, then its second trigger goes on the stack, which will basically exile the creature. So if our opponent finds some way to deal with Fiend Hunter, he's going to get his Mana Gorger back. But if you have a sack outlet out there, then you can kind of exile it for good. By stacking the triggers correctly. Okay, so let's shift it over here. Westvale Abbey. That's pretty good. Let's get down to Westvale Abbey. Is there anything we want to do right now? We don't have enough mana for the Unhallowed. We can go Athreos. We're looking at Devotion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be just enough for Athreos. Yeah, let's go and go Athreos. Well, we can go Lifelink and Death Touch swinging in. That's going to be for 4. I think I'm okay with that. So we're going to come in hot. Bringing the whole team in. And then, yeah, I think we'll probably go and activate, we'll activate Vault. So we're looking at white, black, blue. Why am I saying blue? Okay, that's going to take care of everybody right there. Fiend Hunter stays alive, still has that creature, and still have Eiley over there. We lose Soul Warden, but you know it's not the end of the world. Now we will be off on Devotion because it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But once we get down Vampire Hexmage, then we'll have Devotion back online. Or if we rip another land, then we can go the Unhallowed. So we got the Hydropon up there. Oh yeah, can't attack or block, so it's just there for counters. Living Death, that's pretty good. We could actually go Necromancy and then get Gyre Sage up and running. Let's go and swing in first, though, since it can't block over there. Gonna come in hot for 3, dropping down to 33. Now, if we go Necromancy on Gyre Sage, then we get down Vampire Hexmage, and then it'll get that Evolve trigger. Yeah, let's go and do that. So we're looking at black, colorless. Oh, excuse me, we need to do that a little differently. Need to leave up double black. Well, we only have 2 double. Yeah, we can't do it like that. Well, we can go get it down and then follow it up next turn with Vampire Hexmage to get that Evolve trigger and then have it. Yeah, I like that. So let's go and still do that. Gonna go ahead and grab that Gyre Sage. And then we can follow up with Vampire Hexmage next turn and get that Evolve trigger. Or we can go for Athreos, God of Passage. Yeah, if we rip another black source, then we can go Athreos and Vampire Hexmage and it'll turn on Devotion right there. But yeah, so we have Mass Reanimator spells in here. We have some Rally to Ancestors in here. We have Living Death right here. So what we can't get into a spot is to where we can use Eiley to sacrifice everything out here. And then cast a Living Death. He'll get the Mana Gorger back, but at least everything will be coming out of the graveyard. And this is kind of where Athreos, like if you have the sacrifice, if you have the aristocrats kind of up and running, there's sometimes where you don't want to get Athreos out because you want your creatures to go to the graveyard. So, you know, if you're playing this deck, or if you want to sleeve it up, play it on Cockatrice or whatever you're playing, you know, it's not always correct to get down Athreos. Thespian Stage. Okay, so let's go ahead and get down Thespian Stage. We can swing in again. We have enough to activate Vault of the Archangel. We do have no, we need triple black for the Unhallowed over there. And you can only block with 1 creature. Yeah, let's go and swing in. So we're bringing in Fiend Hunter, coming in hot with Eiley. She's going to have Death Touch. Okay, opts not to block right there, drops him down to 30. And then let's go ahead and go for a Vampire Hexmage. That'll get the Devotion up, that'll get Gyre Sage tapping for an extra green mana. Yeah, let's go and do that. So we'll get that Evolve trigger, and then hopefully we'll get a 3rd black source for the Unhallowed. Then we kind of start sacrificing everybody, getting back out. The only thing we're really missing right now is a Blood Artist type effect. So if we find Buried Alive, then we go Zulaport and Blood Artist. And it'd be good to have a true sacrifice outlet, like either Bloodthorn Vampire or Viscera Seer, to kind of get things up and running. Undergrowth Champion, okay. So if damage would be dealt to it, well, there's a +1 counter on it, prevent that, remove it. And then whenever landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, put a +1 counter on it. Okay, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now we do have Thespian Stage, and we also have Vampire Hexmage. So if we do draw into Dark Depths, we can go and get that down, and we have the Vampire Hexmage activation to get it up and running. Okay, we got the Manipulator. Gain control of target creature with a +1 counter on it. We have no, well, Gyre Sage, but we can sacrifice Eiley in response to our opponent trying to go after Gyre Sage. Okay, Urborg, awesome, beautiful. Let's go with the unhallowed right now, so we're looking at black. And we're not going to activate those lands. Let's go black, black. Okay. So it's going to pump all of our creatures up, all the non-humans. We're going to get the evolved trigger from Gyre Sage. And let's go ahead. Well, we have a first strike for 3-2, but he has that Undergrowth Champion over there. We could swing him with Eiley, but I really like having that sack outlet right there if he goes for the Gyre Sage. So we're just going to go and hold off right now. Hopefully we can get some type of Blood Artist type effect. That'd be pretty good to get this going. Okay, see what he draws. Yeah, like we could swing him with Gyre Sage, but since we tapped all of our mana for Vault, I feel better, making a bigger push next turn or something like that. Okay, so he's get the Vorel activation, putting +1 counters on there. And our creatures do have Undying, so if we need to get into a situation where we have to block, we can do it. But we're okay right now. We're at 44. Opponent gets out Commander's Sphere, and our opponent only has one card in the hand, too, so I feel pretty good about that. The only thing we need to not do is F6, so he activates the manipulator over there. But yeah, I've been playing against a lot of Simic stuff, so it's pretty cool. So let's go and activate Eiley right now. Let's add that green mana. I'm going to pay 1. Sacrifice the Gyre Sage. That's going to go to the graveyard. We're going to gain that life. I think we gained, should be 4 on that one, I think. Put us to 48. 49, excuse me. Okay. And then now we have no creatures with +1 counters on it, so we're pretty good. But we are going to have to watch out for the Undying trigger, because they will come back with +1 counters, so we've got to be cautious with that. And we also still have Vampire Hexmage. We can sacrifice it, remove all counters from one of these creatures over here. We can do it on the manipulator. No, that wouldn't be that good. Okay. Yeah, we could activate it now, but that leaves us in a weird spot to where he could gain control and we'll have to sacrifice it again. Yeah, I think we'll hold off right now. Rally the Ancestors. Okay, that's pretty good. How do we want to sequence this? Let's go and swing in right now since we have an active Vault. And we have enough mana to start sacrificing everybody. Let's go and swing in. We have Death Touch, First Strike, Intimidate. And then if it dies, it'll go to the graveyard. I don't really want to give a Mana Gorger back just yet, so we'll go and swing in right now. So we'll have the Vault activation. We'll be gaining at least 8, 11 if he activates it. Okay, so it's going to activate Vault right now. Well, it's going to remove a counter from it, prevent that combat damage. Okay. I'm not sure what the pause is right now. Yeah, because I think I still want to activate Vault. But I might have... Let's see. Okay, never mind. It went through right there. So we have the Undying trigger. It comes back right there. Okay. And then we can still... so we have the Westvale Abbey over here. We can... Well, we don't have 5 creatures. So we could rally for 1, bring that back. It's not have enough to do that. Okay. So adding the counters right there. But yeah, so basically the only thing we're really missing, we have Living Death, we have Rally the Ancestors, we can still we just need a true sacrifice outlet in here. We have a couple of different options. So we have the Westvale. We don't have Westvale Abbey. We can make a Cleric token off that Westvale Abbey if we want to. Gain control. So let's go ahead and activate Eiley. Oh, if we only have 10 more life, excuse me. Yeah, I was like, how are we going to do this? So we could gain 1 life, exile some stuff. We'll have 3 right there. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to take Eiley. And then what we can do is just rip a big living death and it'll go into the graveyard. Kind of just swap graveyards out and then we can kind of reset on this one. Okay, let's see what they're tapping for right now. Fable of Wolf. Whenever you cast a green spell, you may put a 2 wolf token, blue spell, put a blurred. Okay, sounds fair. And then let's go ahead and make a cleric. So look at 1, 2. Pay a life, make a cleric token. Okay. Path to Exile. That's actually pretty good right there. Let's go on Path on the Undergrowth Champion. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's Path right there. Now, he just has Eiley over there blocking. Let's go ahead and swing in. That way we'll have the Vault activation too. So we're coming in hot. Got 6, 9, 10 coming in. Can't block with the, what's his name, the Hydropon over there. So, depending, he might block on the Vampire Hexmage if he wants to. Okay, he's going on Michaelis over there. Alright. Let's go and activate Vault. Oops, not that one. So we're going to get Death Touch and Lifelink. That's going to kill Eiley. It's going to go to the graveyard. Then we have it on the Living Death right there. And then we can still sacrifice the Vampire Hexmage to get it into the graveyard. Okay. I'm trying to figure out if we want to do it right now on the... It's not really going to matter on the Graft creature, but I was wondering if we wanted to go for the Manipulator over there. But yeah, we're in a nice little spot at 58 life, so if we get the Living Death up and running, we're getting everybody back. We could go for a Rally, but usually with Rally you want like Blood Artist or something in the graveyard to kind of close it out. So if we go Living Death, sacrificing the Vampire Hexmage, that'll go into the graveyard, and then we'll have Michaelis, Unhallowed, Eiley, Soul Warden coming back, and the Vampire Hexmage, and they'll kind of swap our opponent's graveyard out. And we'll just go ahead and sacrifice in response to that. And remove all the counters right there. Okay, so next turn we can swing in with the Fiend Hunter, the Human Cleric. We don't have a sack outlet to get into the graveyard to give him back Mana Gorger, because we won't have enough creatures to activate Westfall Abbey. Yeah, because that would be ideal. If we have a sack outlet, sacrifice the Fiend Hunter, that goes back to him, then we go for Living Death. Guildgate, let's go and get that down. Let's go and swing in for 2. Drop us down to 15. Now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So not enough for Living Death and Athreos. But let's go ahead and get the Living Death up and running, so we can kind of swap graveyards out. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to go Living Death right now. So we're looking at black. So we got these triggers right here. Go and yield to those. And we still have the Vampire Hexmage killing the Manipulator over there before it has a chance to do anything. Okay, so we've got up to 63 right there, 64. And we still have two activations on Eiley. Now we do have more than 10 life total starting, so we can activate Eiley, sacrifice a couple creatures, the Hexmage if we want to. Krufix, God of Horizon. Okay. Yeah, that Fable over there. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty messy. Yeah, that's where we just need a Blood Artist really bad right now, because we have Rally and we need Blood Artist and a sack outlet. And if we go one more creature, we can go Westvale Abbey, get it to flip Indestructible Haste, and start swinging in. Hopefully get ahead of those bird tokens. And we're in a spot to where if he wants to start swinging in, he can start swinging in. And then we can also, yeah, we can activate Eiley, exiling the Fable, and then kind of go for a Westvale Abbey, a couple turns. Yeah, I like that. And we also have the very quick Rally the Ancestors on Fiend Hunter to exile something. Damnation. Okay, that'll blow everybody up. They have Undying. We have a Vault activation. We also have Rally on Fiend Hunter. So we're looking at 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we still have enough to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Activate Eiley, exile something. Let's go ahead and swing in. Yeah, how are we going to do this? Everyone has Undying. We can activate Vampire Hexmage. So if we fire the Damnation off, everybody dies, and then everybody comes back except for the Unhallowed. He's going to block with Crewfix. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing in. Since they have Undying, we can give them Death Touch. I'm okay with making some trades right there. And we still have the Eiley activation. Okay. And then plus we have Damnation to follow up with. Our opponent has no cards in hand, so they'll kind of wipe everybody out. So we can activate the Vault, or we can go Damnation. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate Vault, because we're going to gain that life. They're going to lose it, yeah. Or do you want to save it for a Damnation that'll blow an entire board up? Yeah, I'm okay with that. We're getting through for 9. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then we can go Damnation. Has Undying. He's going to come back. We're going to gain that life. I'll be at 6. Yeah, let's go ahead and go Damnation, and we can go Athreos. Yeah, let's go. No. Yeah, let's go Athreos right now. That way he has those triggers. So we're looking at white, black, and then colorless. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and go Damnation. So we're looking at black. Okay, so we've got these triggers right here. They're all going to go back to our hand unless he pays that 3 trigger. It's going to wipe him out. Vampire Hexmage comes back. Oh, he scoops it up right there. Okay. Yeah, so they would have came back to our hand, and then, yeah, the only thing missing this entire game was having that that Blood Artist and that a sack outlet, man. But, yeah, that's a nice little match right there. It's always good to kind of whip up on a Simic deck. Well, not really whip up, but, yeah, it's always fun. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.